Welcome to IELTS Speaking Test Practice, May to August 2023, Part 1. Today's topic is concentration. Here is the question card. You may pause here. Before we get started, to show that you concentrate on something, you can also say you stay focused or you pay attention to something. Let's get started. 1. Did you stay focused in class when you were a child? It really depended on whether the class was engaging though. I remember always being absorbed in my history classes since my teacher always told us intriguing stories. However, when it comes to math classes, I sometimes drifted off in class. It was really challenging to stay concentrated. Now let's have a look at the useful phrases and words here. Number 1, engaging, which means appealing and attractive. For example, this movie has a really engaging plot, which means the storyline of the movie is really attractive. Number 2, be absorbed in, to be very interested in, that you just ignore the other things. Intriguing. Intriguing can mean engaging, fascinating, arousing one's curiosity. When it comes to identify a specific topic, for example, before you were talking about another thing, now you want to mention about another topic or something more specific, you can say, when it comes to drift off. Drift off here means to fall into sleep, which means your mind just wanders off. I drifted off in class, especially in math classes a lot. Number 2, are you a focused person? I would say that overall I am a focused person. I believe in setting clear goals and prioritizing my tasks, which really helps me stay on track and give my full attention to whatever I'm working on. Now let's look at the useful words and phrases here. Number 1, overall. This word is very useful when you want to generalize something. You can use it at the beginning of a paragraph, which means generally speaking. Number 2, prioritize. Prioritize means to put certain things first. For example, we have a lot of tasks every day, so you have to prioritize which tasks to do the first. Stay on track. So track is like a running track. And if you stay on track, it means that you continue as planned. Number 3, how do you stay focused? To stay focused, firstly, I try to create a conducive environment by minimizing distractions. Secondly, I break down my tasks into smaller, manageable chunks. This helps to maintain my focus without feeling overwhelmed. Now let's look at the useful words here. Number 1, conducive. Conducive means be good for, be beneficial to. Something conducive will lead to a desirable result. For example, when you study, you create a conducive environment, which means the environment is beneficial for your studies. Number 2, minimize. To reduce to the smallest amount. Minimize the distractions. Break down tasks. Break down can mean something is broken. Here, it means to divide into smaller parts. For example, if a task is too big for you, it's too difficult, you can try to break it down into smaller parts and tackle them one by one. Manageable. Manageable, here the verb here is manage. Manage means you can do something easily, to be able to be controlled. Overwhelmed, to be buried into. I have so much work to do today. I feel overwhelmed. Question number 4. Is it easy to stay focused in a noisy environment? To be honest, I find it quite challenging to stay focused when there's noise going on. I try to adapt by using noise-canceling headphones or finding a quieter corner if possible. I also employ some mental techniques like deep breathing to block out distractions and stay focused on the task on hand. Now let's take a look at the useful expressions or words here. Number one, noise-canceling headphones. It's the headphones that can cancel some of the noise of outside. Employ, to use, to make use of. It's a more formal way to say to use. Mental techniques. So because we talked about using the noise-canceling headphones, it's a kind of physical technique, right? And now we are talking about mental techniques, for example, to take a breath. Block out distractions. Block out means to avoid to see or to prevent something from being noticed. On hand, needing to be dealt with. On hand, we can use it, for example, I have several cases on hand, which means I need to deal with several cases, currently speaking. That's all for today.